From center field at Lexington High School in Lexington, Mass. This is Lexington Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Tonight it's the Lexington Blue Sox with a record of 11-4, first in the ICL, taking on the Somerville Alibrandis with a record of 6-7-2, seventh in the ICL. Good evening, everybody. I'm Sam Feely, ready to bring you the play-by-play story. As the Blue Sox meet the Alibrandis for the second time, this is a road game for the Blue Sox, although we are at Lexington High. And Blue Sox looking to make it 2 out of 2 on the season against the Alibrandis after winning a 3-2 walk-off decision back on June 27th here at Lexington High. Ross Curley stands in to lead things off against Brian Tanguy, and the first pitch at 8:06 is grounded foul down the third base line. We're underway. Ross Curley leading off, followed by Justin Silvestro and Taylor Ferguson here in the top of the first. Tanguy winds and delivers, and that's down and in, ball one. The full starting lineup for the Blue Sox in the red jerseys with navy blue script and blue numbers. Ross Curley at short, Justin Silvestro at second, Taylor Ferguson in center as that's low and it skips away from the catcher Zuba, 2-1. Richie Burgos is at first, Dan Graham is the DH, Thomas Russo is at third, Andrew Salima is in right, Manny Del Carmen is in left, and rounding out the lineup behind the plate is Gray Goolsby. 2-1 the count to Ross, and Tanguy winds and delivers again. And this is into left field. Back goes Moquette into the corner, and it is a long foul ball. So that evens the count at 2-2. Starting pitcher for the Alibrandis is Brian Tanguy, as I mentioned. And Brian is making his fifth appearance of the season, 0-1 with a 5.25 ERA. In 16 innings, he's allowed 26 hits, 12 runs, all of which are earned, walked 7, and struck out 15, and surrendered 1 home run. His first meeting with the Blue Sox this season. This is a fair ball down the third base line. Ross is going to take the turn at first, and he's going to put on the brakes about a third of the way between first and second, and reach with a leadoff single to begin the ball game. So that'll bring up Justin Silvestro. And Ross's hit pads his .265 average. He's now batting 10 for 35 on the season. And Strode takes strike one. Silvestro has got his average up to .321 with 7 RBIs. He checks his swing. It's in the dirt. They'll appeal, and he went around, says the infield umpire, and that'll be strike 2. Tanguy's last appearance was on June 26th against Andre. No decision, 5 innings, 7 hits, 1 run, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Throw over to first, Ross back standing. Tanguy comes set, and the pitch outside, 1-2. The defensive alignment for the Alibrandis, left to right in the outfield, Moquette, McGuire, and Parra. Third to first in the infield, Henriksen, Odessa, Perry, and Erickson. And Zuba catching Tanguy. This is grounded to the right side. Ross leaps over the ball. It's bobbled by the second baseman, Perry, on to first for the out. Great recovery by Perry, just barely beating out Justin. So instead of first and second, nobody out, runner in scoring position, but with 1 out for Taylor Ferguson. As Taylor takes a big cut and a miss for strike 1. Last time we saw Taylor, on LSP anyways, had the walk-off home run for his only hit of the ball game against the Alibrandis back on June 27th. Followed that up with a 1-for-4 against Watertown on July 2nd while we were down south. in the dirt. Good backhand by Zuba. And no advance by Ross. It's ball 1. Taylor checking in at 400 with 1 homer and 6 RBIs. He pops this one up into shallow left. Out goes the shortstop, Odessa. In comes the left fielder, Moquette. And he makes the catch for out number 2. So let's see what Richie Burgos can do with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Richie checking in 500, 2 homers, 8 RBIs. His last game on Monday night against Malden was the first game in which he had exactly 1 hit. Every game that he had a hit before that had multiple hits. He was 1 for 3, so actually his average is a little below 500. The Monday game hasn't been uploaded to the ICL website yet, but who's counting? Richie's still having an excellent year, and I'm sure he's going to be an ICL All-Star, which brings me to an announcement to make in the bottom half of this inning, as that's fouled off, and it's 0-2. We'll get the correct count in a second. That's definitely a ball. Ross at second after the leadoff single and advancing to second on a ground out. And Tanguy comes home with it, and that's down and away. And the count is actually 3-1. My mistake, not 2-2. You were right, Bruce. I don't know why I didn't trust you there. Fair enough. 3-1. Low for ball 4. First and second, and here comes Grammer. Graham was 0 for 1 in a pinch hit appearance Monday night, but again, for the uninitiated, you are looking at probably the greatest hitter to ever don a Blue Sox uniform, a career .375 hitter with 14 homers and 126 RBIs, and his postseason numbers are among some of the most clutch in history, as that's taken for strike 1, 0-1. Last year in the postseason batted .429 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. Career .332 hitter in the postseason, as that's low for ball 1. Graham always comes through when it matters most. Takes low ball 2. You got a couple of key contributor veterans on each of these teams. You have Graham for the Blue Sox. You have Dave Lightbody, who's the player manager for the Alibrandis. And if you've been on the Intercity League website lately, you'll see a link to a Somerville Journal article by Matt Noonan, as this is picked up by the first baseman, Erickson. And he'll step on first for the out that retires the side. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left. And after half an inning is the Blue Sox nothing and the Alibrandis coming up. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email Sam at localsportsproductions.com for more information. So here's the starting lineup for the Alibrandis in the black jerseys with Alibrandis across the front in white script, white numbers, white pants. Juan Parra is going to lead it off in right field, followed by Michael McGuire in center. Teddy Zuba is behind the plate. David Lightbody is the DH. Matt Henriksen is at third. Mark Odessa is at short. Anthony Perry is at second. Chuck Erickson is at first. And Jamil Moquette rounds out the lineup in left field. And they will face Mike Gianellis. You can't call him a tough luck loser this season. You can call him a tough luck no decisioner, as he has pitched phenomenally in each of his first 4 appearances in a Blue Sox uniform, but has no decisions, a 1.11 ERA. In 19 innings, he's allowed 15 hits, 5 runs, 3 of which are earned, walked 4, and struck out 16. The toughest break he got was on June 20th against Melrose. Pitched 6 innings of 3-hit ball with 1 run allowed. And got a no decision. Faced the Alibrandis on the 27th. 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 unearned run allowed. Walked 2 and struck out 6. As strike 1 is in there to Juan Parra, the right fielder, for the Alibrandis. Swing and a miss at a high fastball and strike 2. For what it's worth, the Blue Sox are 3-1 in Gianellis' starts. It's just that Gianellis has not gotten any of those wins on his personal record. The 0-2. Down and away. Parra thought about it, but held up. Parra batting .319, the team's second leading hitter with 3 RBIs, and he skies this one into center field. Ferguson camping under it, makes the catch one-handed for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down. That brings up the center fielder, Michael McGuire. McGuire, the third leading hitter on the Alibrandis, at .313 with 2 homers and 9 RBIs. No homers and 4 RBIs. I was reading David Lightbody's line, but .304 for McGuire. Lightbody, the third leading hitter on the team, as that's on the inside corner for strike 1. I'll tell you more about Lightbody's article when he comes up to bat, that I was alluding to in the top half of this inning, as that catches the inside corner. 0-2. Oh, and that big announcement I wanted to make. The Eastern Mass Amateur Baseball All-Star Classic is coming back to LSP this Saturday, starting at 10:55 a.m., live from Monan Park at BC High in UMass Boston. 0-2 the count. The Park League, Intercity League, Yawkey League, and Cranberry League to battle it out to see who is the best amateur league in Eastern Mass. Once again, I'll be live from Monan Park, coverage starting at 10:55 a.m. this Saturday. Fouled off. Monan Park's a beautiful facility. Did the All-Star Classic and a couple of Park League games from there last year. This is chopped to the left side. Russo gets it off the dirt and fires on to Burgos for out number 2. 2 out for the catcher, Teddy Zuba. Zuba batting .214. No homers or RBIs. He has 3 doubles. He's drawn 10 walks against 9 strikeouts. His on-base percentage is .411. And he foul tips that one into the mitt of the catcher, Greg Goolsby, for strike 1. The defensive alignment for the Blue Sox, left to right in the outfield, Del Carmen, Ferguson, and Salima. On the outside corner, strike 2. Third to first in the infield, Russo, Curley, Silvestro, and Burgos. And Goolsby catching Gianellis. And time is called promptly by Zuba. Doesn't want Gianellis to get into his rhythm. He is on a mission here in the bottom of the first. And he gets him to foul this one off, and Zuba loses his bat. Remains 0-2. Outfield playing straight away for the left-handed hitting Zuba, and a breaking ball slips out of Gianellis' hand for ball 1. 1-2. Just missed the outside corner, 2-2. This is lined into center field. In comes Ferguson. It'll drop in front of him for a base hit. So I'll bring up the player manager, David Lightbody, with 2 out and a runner at first, and Lightbody having a fantastic season. Not just going to make the squad as a coach, he's going to make it as a player. 2 homers, 9 RBIs, 4 doubles at a .313 average. OPS of .903. Go on the Intercity League website, you'll see a great player profile by Matt Noonan about Lightbody and the Alibrandis. And a check swing, they'll appeal. He did not go. And it's 0-1, 1-0 rather. Lightbody against the Blue Sox on the 27th was 1 for 3 with a solo home run, as that's in there for strike 1 to even the count. He had his 2 home runs in the span of back-to-back games against the Blue Sox on the 27th, against the Americans on the 6th. It's 2 for 4 last night against Andre in a win against the Chiefs, 2-1. The Andre Chiefs still floating at 500 right now in the ICL standings, and if the Alibrandis can win, they will pull even with them in terms of winning percentage. That's in there for strike 2 to even the count. It's been a really unpredictable season for the ICL this year. The Blue Sox in first place at 11-4. Watertown even in the win column, but 2 games behind in the loss column. So that misses for a full count, and Zuba will be off with this pitch. And the Blue Sox at 11-4, Watertown 11-6. Melrose at 9-7, Andre at 9-9, Reading at 7-5-1, Wakefield at 7-6-1. And the pitch is down away for ball 4, so back-to-back 2-out base runners for the Alibrandis. So I'll bring up Matt Henriksen, the third baseman. Henriksen batting .222 with 4 doubles and 3 RBIs, and he takes strike 1. Henriksen playing just his 9th game. Was 0 for 4 with a strikeout against the Blue Sox on the 27th, as that misses 1-1. Henriksen was 2 for 4 with a double against Andre last night, as that misses low, 2-1. And his hits against Andre snapped a 0 for 10 skid. Gianel's trying to work out of a 2-on-2 out jam. This is ground to the left side and through for a base hit. Being waved around third on this slow roller is Zuba, and the throw will be cut off, and the Alibrandis are on the board first. It's 1-0 on the RBI single by Matt Henriksen. So Mike Gianel's just got a warning for arguing balls and strikes. And that is strike one to Mark Odessa, the shortstop. Odessa, the ICL veteran, takes on the outside corner strike two. Odessa batting .271 with 2 doubles and 4 RBIs. And he comes up empty, a swing and a miss. Strike three, and the inning is over. Alibrandis strike first for 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. And after 1 complete, it is the Alibrandis 1, the Blue Sox nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. 1 LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games. Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Six, 7, and 8 due up for the Blue Sox here at the top of the second as they find themselves down 1-0 to the Alibrandis in this road game at home. Thomas Russo, Andrew Salima, and Manny Del Carmen due up. I mean, I did go down to broadcast 4 soccer games this summer, so. I know. Anyways, Russo batting .292 with 3 doubles and 4 RBIs as he comes up empty to even the count at 1. Center fielder McGuire shaded a couple steps towards left, and the pitch is low for ball 2, 2-1. And this is grounded to the right side. Diving stop by the second baseman, Perry, but he can't come up with it. And it'll be a base hit for Russo. So Russo picks up a hit in his 4th consecutive game after being hitless for 3 straight games, including 0 for 4 against the Alibrandis on June 27th. Here's Andrew Salima, the right fielder. And Salima takes down away ball 1. I'll pad Russo's .306 average. Throw over to first. I said 292, but the stats have been updated. Just have to refresh the page. Thank you so much. Check swing, it's in the dirt, and they'll appeal, and he did not go. So it's 2-0. Good hitters count here for Salima, who's batting .222 with 2 doubles, a triple, and 3 RBIs. Got an OPS of .808. And the pitch. This is grounded to the right side, fielded by the first baseman Erickson to second for 1, and that is all they'll get. So 1 down, still a runner at first. The fielder's choice goes 3 to 6. And I'll bring up Manny Del Carmen getting the start in left field tonight. And that front doors him for strike one. Del Carmen 200 with 1 RBI, 2 hits and 10 at-bats. He scored 2 runs. Both of his hits are singles. And he takes on the outside corner, strike 2. Gray Goolsby, the catcher, on deck. That's low for ball 1. Bluffing the throw to first is Zuba. One, 2 the count. 1 out, runner on first. 1-0. Alibrandis on top. Check swing. It's down and away, and no appeal. So it's 2-2. And a swing and a miss with a pitch in the dirt, and Del Carmen will head back to the dugout. 2 down. First strikeout of the game for Tanguy, and that'll bring up Gray Goolsby, the number 9 hitter, with 2 out and a runner at first. Goolsby banked .222, 1 double, 3 RBIs. And Goolsby takes strike 1. Goolsby had a nice game the other night, 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs and a run scored. Strike 2. Guided the pitchers through a most complete win of the season for the Blue Sox, a 9-1 victory against Malden on Monday night. That's low for ball 1. Salima still at first. 1-2 the count. And the pitch fouled off. First baseman Erickson holding on Salima. Rest of the infield playing back. And a throw over to first and Salima back standing. Salima has not attempted a stolen base this year. A swing and a miss, and that'll do it for the top of the second. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. And after 1.5, it is the Alibrandis 1 and the Blue Sox nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Bottom of the second with the bottom of the third bottom third of the order, due up for the Alibrandis, Anthony Perry, Chuck Erickson, and Jamil Moquette. Here's the second baseman, Anthony Perry. Team's leading hitter, 333 with 1 double, 1 triple, and 1 RBI. Gianellis back to work, and the first pitch is popped up towards the Blue Sox dugout, and in front of the bleachers, it'll get foul for strike 1. Third baseman Russo back and towards the line, and the pitch is lined in the other way into right field for a leadoff single. Third hit of the ball game already for the Alibrandis as Perry reaches. Perry gets his average up to 360. That'll bring up Chuck Erickson, the first baseman, and Erickson cuts and misses for strike 1. Erickson, 1 hit and 16 at-bats with 1 RBI. Take strike 2. The pitch, swing and a miss, and a pitch that popped out of Goolsby's mitt, but with first base occupied. No chance for Erickson to take first, and there's 1 down. Second strikeout for Gianellis, and that brings up the left fielder, Jamil Moquette. Moquette takes ball 1. Moquette playing in his 9th game. He's a 182 hitter with 1 RBI. All 4 of his hits are singles. This is into left center field, dropping quickly, and in front of Ferguson for a base hit. So the number 9 hitter keeps the train rolling. 4 hits in an inning and a third allowed by Gianellis, and that'll turn the lineup over for Juan Parra, who led off the bottom of the first with a fly out to center. Alibrandis riding a 3-game winning streak since the walk-off loss to the Blue Sox. Blue Sox riding a 5-game winning streak. Something's got to give here tonight, as that's upstairs for ball 1. No advance by the runners as Goolsby corrals the ball. Parra fouls this one off to even the count at 1. Parra riding a 5-game hitting streak. He's had multiple hits in 3 of those 5 games. That's low. 2-1. Five-game hitting streak, but only 1 RBI and 3 runs scored in that span for Parra, as that's fouled off, and that evens the count at 2. Bang 9 for 19 in that span before tonight. With the flyout, he's 450 in his last 5+ games. That misses outside, full count. And Gianellis, who was feeling the squeeze in the first inning and got a warning for arguing balls and strikes, now with a full count to the Alibrandis leadoff hitter. Popped up. Burgos coming in. Infield fly rule has been called, so Burgos makes the catch. And Parra is retired. He's 0 for 2. And that'll bring up Michael McGuire to try and bring home the runner from second. McGuire grounded out to third for the second out of the first. His first time up. I thought I heard him say infield fly.
He did, and he said if fair.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yep. Yep. Strike. 0-1. Yep. Gotcha. Yep. I started calling it before he said if fair, so. But it was a foul ball, so Burgos made the catch. It's just your average out. Down and in, 1-1. Because if you let it go, then it's just a strike. Yep. That's in there for strike 2. With the top third of the order due up in the top of the third for the Blue Sox, Gianellis would like to get McGuire here and give the offense a little momentum. As this is into right field, back goes Salima, and he makes the catch for the out that retires the side. So he does get the out. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. And after 2 complete, it is the Alibrandis 1 and the Blue Sox nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow the Blue Sox on the web at LexingtonBlueSox.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.com/Lexington Blue Sox, and on Twitter and Instagram at BlueSox_ICL. Top of the third with the top third of the order, as I mentioned, due up for the Blue Sox here in the Ross Curley, Justin Silvestro, and Taylor Ferguson. Curley led off the ball game with a base hit, but was stranded at second. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 3 left for the Blue Sox. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors, 4 left for the Alibrandis. As Tega is back to work, and the pitch is taken outside for ball 1. As that's up and in. 2-0. Curley taking all the way here, and it's strike 1. Curley riding a 3-game hitting streak, and with hits in 6 of his last 7, as this is deep in the hole at short, bobbled by Odessa, and they'll eat it, and that'll be an infield single. So Ross is 2 for 2. And that's 6 hits in his last 4 games. First pitch is fouled off by Justin Silvestro for strike 1. Stro grounded out to second, his first time up in the first. So Ross has gotten his average up to .316 with the 2 for 2 tonight. .12 hits puts him tied for 4th on the team with Taylor Ferguson. 0-1 the count to Justin Silvestro. And Stro takes low to even the count at 1. And he grounds this one to the right side, fielded by the second baseman, Perry. Goes to second for the force. And once again, that's all they'll get. So Silvestro's 0 for 2 as he reaches on the fielder's choice. Fielder's choice goes 4 to 6. Stro at first for Taylor Ferguson, who flew out to left his first time up. And Taylor takes low for ball 1. Third hit of the ball game for the Blue Sox was Ross's leadoff single here, but haven't converted here as this skips away from the catcher Zuba, and that's out of play. And Silvestro will hold at second. Wild pitch charge to Tanguy. And that'll bring Zuba out to the mound for a conference. For Tanguy, that's the second wild pitch he's uncorked this year. 4th by the team. Hitters count here for Ferguson. Hoping to tie the ball game with a base hit. And the pitch. 3-0. Zuba corrals that one. Good chance here for Ferguson. Trying to even this ball game here in the top of the 3rd. And he hits this one into right center field. Back goes Parra. He reaches up. He makes the catch. And Silvestro was unsure if Parra was going to make the catch, so he drifted off of second base, and now he doesn't get the chance to tag up. So 2 down, still a runner at second for Richie Burgos, who walked his first time up. You know, the Blue Sox would like to see a power stroke from Burgos here. And Burgos grounds this one to the left side, through for a base hit. And being held at third is Silvestro. So 1st and 3rd, 2 out. And that'll bring up Dan Graham. Graham had first and second, 2 out, and grounded out to the first baseman to end the first. Hoping for better fortunes here and try to get one through and tie the ball game. So you wonder how different this inning would be if Silvestro had gotten back to second and tagged up on that play instead of holding between second and third. That's low, blocked by Zuba. And that's ball 1. Both teams with 4 hits in the ball game. Blue Sox with runners at the corners, 2 out. Only run this game came on an RBI single by Matt Henriksen in the bottom of the first. Veteran Dan Graham at bat for another in his litany of clutch hits. That's low, ball 2. Tanguy comes set. The pitch. Upstairs, 3-0. Thomas Russo on deck. Tanguy delivers. Inside, ball 4. So, the base is loaded. 2 out. And the home plate umpire is not going to let this meeting go on very long. He's already taken a few steps in front of home plate. But he will end up not needing to break it up. So a 4-pitch walk drawn by Graham. Silvestro at third, Burgos at second, Graham at first. For Thomas Russo at a single leading off the second his first time up. Tanguy will work with the full windup, and the pitch is outside for ball 1. And now Tanguy steps off the rubber. Base is filled with Blue Sox. And the pitch chopped in front of the mound. This is going to be bobbled by the catcher Zuba, and everybody's safe. It's an infield single, and that ties the game at 1. As both number 17s have an RBI in this ball game. So let's see what Andrew Salima can do. Reached on fielder's choices last time up. Takes ball 1. Inside, and that hit him. And the Blue Sox take the lead on a hit by pitch as Burgos comes in. Couple of infield singles here, hit by pitch. Here's Manny Del Carmen, and he takes down an in ball 1. Del Carmen, the 8th man to bat in the inning. He takes at the knees for strike 1. Graham at third, Russo at second, Salima at first. A awkward swing and a miss there, and Del Carmen's behind 1-2. Sox would like to bring home at least one more run and hopefully not leave the bases loaded here. That's low, and it gets away from Zuba, but a good read by Graham. He holds at third. If that goes the other way from Zuba, maybe Graham has a chance to score, but as it stands, 2-2. Tanguy delivers. Just fouled off, and that got a piece of Zuba. Again, it's Graham at third, Russo at second, Salima at first. Blue Sox with 2 in the inning and looking for more. And a foul tip into the mitt for strike 3, and the inning is over. Blue Sox get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 3 left. And after 2.5, it is the Blue Sox 2 and the Alibrandis 1. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of this or any past LSP video broadcast or one of several different designs of bumper stickers. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store or the LSP Facebook page after the game to place your order. And remember, all orders within the continental United States come with free shipping. Heart of the order due up for the Alibrandis here on the bottom of the third. The 3, 4, and 5 hitters Zuba, Lightbody, and Henriksen. Zuba singled and scored back in the first. So Gianellis, too often we see Gianellis working with just a 1-run lead, as this is fouled into the screen for strike 1. Blue Sox would like to get him a few more runs, try to give him a cushion, get him his first win of the season. That's down and in, 1-1. I mean, you don't want to be just a good luck charm for the Blue Sox. Gianellis has no decisions, but the Blue Sox are 3-1 in his starts. Fouled off, and that makes it 1-2. Popped up. Goolsby makes the catch. So that'll bring up David Lightbody, who drew a walk his first time up in the first. The trouble for both these teams in terms of allowing the runs to score was with 2 outs. That's how the Alibrandis got their run with nobody on and 2 out in the first as Lightbody takes strike 1. And then the Blue Sox, this is popped up, coming over. I already had my computer damaged in South Carolina. I didn't want to have it get crunched again. Thankfully, that was out of the reach of both me and Bruce. 0-2 the count to Lightbody. Jackknifes him a bit, and it's 1-2. Not like the announcer for the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp a couple of weeks ago.
What happened to him?
He had to do live play-by-play of his computer getting crushed by a foul ball.
Where was he sitting?
I mean, I guess it's one of those press boxes that's, within range of foul balls. And it goes from 0-2 to 3-2 here on Lightbody, who's trying to draw another walk. Popped up, fouling out of play, so good at bat being put on here by the veteran Lightbody. Third baseman Russo guarding the line, and that's low for ball 4, and he lost him. So Lightbody picks up his second walk. That'll bring up Matt Henriksen, who had an RBI single his first time up in the first.
The other Sox, those that of the color red, are up 5-2.
Oh, yes.
Mookie Betts had a 13-pitch at bat that ended with a grand slam.
Wow. Mookie Betts with a 13-pitch grand slam. I love that. I saw something alluded to that on Twitter. I didn't know what exactly it was, but now I know. Fouled off by Henriksen, 0-1. So Lightbody draws his 8th walk of the season. And the Alibrandis are a team that draw a lot of walks. They have 2 of the top 5 walk drawers in the ICL in McGuire and Zuba. Not surprisingly, Will Brennan of the Reds is among the league leaders. Oh, my. That looked good, but it's 2-1. As a team, the Alibrandis are second in the league in walks drawn, as this is a towering fly ball into center field. In comes Ferguson. He says he's got it, and he drops it. They throw to second, and the force at second gets away. A terrible sequence of events there for the Blue Sox. It should be runner at first, 2 out. In 2 different circumstances. First, it should have been caught by Ferguson. Then the throw to second should have been on line. Do you have 1 or 2 errors on that play? So obviously at least 1. I feel like it's got to be an E8. At least 1 E8. We got to wait for some cars down in the right field parking lot to turn their lights off. Yeah?
Curly made the throw.
Or was that Ferguson? So what, an E8 and an E6?
We'll go with the 8 for now. I'll check on it. Make sure he made the throw before.
Okay. So an E8 at least. And then Lightbody advances to second on an error that we'll check. Yep. So first and second for Mark Odessa, who takes strike 1.
Since you are
Odessa struck out swinging to end the first. Alibrandis have the tying run in scoring position here and a spin back towards second. Alibrandis, as I mentioned, team that draw a lot of walks. They're second in the league with 54 right now. Odessa fouls this one off. 0-2. Gene Ellis having a hard time putting these batters away. Don't know.
unsolved, I have a vote for Ross and a vote for Taylor.
Swing and a miss, strike three. A big strikeout there. Gets the veteran Odessa for the second time. Odessa, of course, one of the more prolific hitters in the recent history of the ICL. He's down on strikes. That'll bring up Anthony Perry, who singled leading off the bottom of the second. Hoping for another single here. That could have been the last out of the inning. Instead, still first and second, 2 out here. And the pitch. Smoked into right center field. That'll get down for a base hit. Salima fields it. Has a hard time getting the throw in. And it'll be an RBI double for Perry, and this game is tied at 2. Excuse me, it's a single, not a double. Advance on throw by Perry. And we are level at 2. So Perry's 2 for 2. Light body scores. That'll be an unearned run. And a big cut and a miss by Chuck Erickson for strike 1. So the Blue Sox offense will have to go to work again, as it looks like we're in for a back and forth affair here. Henriksen at third, Perry at second. Popped up. Curley makes the catch, and the side is retired. 1 run, 1 hit, 2 errors, and 2 left. And after 3 complete, it is the Blue Sox 2 and the Alibrandis 2. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. LSP's next broadcast is Saturday morning at 10:55 a.m. with the Eastern Mass Amateur Baseball All-Star Classic. Watch all 3 games live at localsportsproductions.com/live. Then stream the games the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the games at the LSP store. Two runs, 5 hits, 2 errors, 6 left for the Blue Sox. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and 6 left for the Alibrandis. This has been a sloppy game thus far. And we are tied at 2 as we go to the top of the 4th with Greg Goolsby to lead things off. And he foul tips this one into the mitt of Zuba for strike 1. Goolsby is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Fouled off, and that'll make it 0-2. All the hits in this ball game are singles. Goolsby takes in the dirt ball 1. Four different players with RBIs. We also got 1 unearned run on the ledger. And this is grounded right back to the pitcher, Tangai. He'll fire on to first. 1 down. Lineup turns over for Ross Curley, who's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. getting his average above the 300 mark with his performance thus far tonight. But Curley was stranded at second in the first, as that's low for ball one, and retired on a fielder's choice in the third, so hoping to make a circuit around the bases here. As he lines this one up the middle, he's 3 for 3. It's probably the hardest hit ball the Blue Sox have had all game. But again, it results in a single, the 6th single of the ball game for the Blue Sox. That'll bring up Justin Silvestro, who's 0 for 2. Reached on fielder's choice and scored last inning. And a throw over to first, and Ross shuffles his way back to the bag. As that's popped up down the left field line, going into foul territory, and making the catch is the third baseman, Henriksen. And Curley thought about tagging from first, but he gets back. And there are 2 down. So let's see what Taylor Ferguson has to do. Trying to prolong the inning here. 2 flyouts, 1 to left and 1 to right. And that'll bring Zuba out to the mound for another conference with his pitcher, Tanguy. One in the first, 1 in the third for the Alibrandis, 2 in the third for the Blue Sox, and that's the scoring. Blue Sox had a base runner in every inning, but in fact both teams have had a base runner in every inning. As Taylor comes up empty for strike 1. Throw over to first. Curley back standing. In fact, both teams have had multiple base runners in every inning, at least through the third. Just the 1 base runner thus far. Curley here in the 4th. That's down and away. And I don't know if you could hear the grunt from Tanguy, but he could tell he didn't get a good release on that one. 1-1 the count to Ferguson. Ross goes. The pitch is skied into center field. Ross around second. Back goes McGuire, and he makes the catch for the out that retires the side. It's hit a long way. That might be out of Maplewood, but not here. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. And after 3.5, we're halfway home. It is the Blue Sox 2 and the Alibrandis 2. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Blue Sox are wearing special Pete Frates hats tonight with their red jerseys, not wearing the usual red, white, and blue pinwheel cap. It's a solid red cap with the PF3 logo on the front, and on the back it says #StrikeoutALS. Here's the number 9 hitter, Jamil Moquette, to lead things off in the bottom of the 4th. Moquette singled his first time up, and Moquette takes down and in for ball 1. Moquette, then the leadoff hitter Parra and McGuire due up. Pop foul, and that'll even the count at 1. Two runs, 6 hits, 2 errors, 7 left for the Blue Sox. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 6 left for the Alibrandis. And the pitch is smoked into left field, and that will get down for a base hit and at least one more. As Moquette is on his way to second, he will coast in there with a leadoff double. And it's our first extra base hit of the ball game. Moquette, the number 9 hitter, is 2 for 2. So the go-ahead run in scoring position to begin the inning for the Alibrandis. And here's Juan Parra, who's flown out to center and popped up to the first baseman. Third baseman Russo in on the grass, anticipating a bunt. Parra does not square it. He takes high, ball 1. No, we have not. We haven't had an official broadcast yet. After a few games where it came pretty quickly. Fouled off the other way, and it's 1-1. Action right now in the Blue Sox bullpen. Drew Lienhout's warming. Yep. Yeah, but it didn't go the right direction. Chopped foul at the dish. And it's 1-2. Both teams riding winning streaks coming into this one. Alibrandis have won 3 straight. Blue Sox have won 5 straight. One of those 5 for the Blue Sox coming at the expense of the Alibrandis. Smoke down the left field line, but this is going to hook foul. So Parra still alive at 1-2. Couple of hard-hit balls down the left field line. One for a double for Moquette, and that one just hooking foul. "75 pitches through 3+ for Gianellis. And the pitch. Breaking ball, grounded to the left side, through for a base hit. Moquette did not get a good break on it as shortstop Curley was in front of him, and so he will hold at third, but now it's first and third. Nobody out on the first hit of the ball game for Parra, and that's going to bring Rick DeAngelis out to the mound. And that could be it for Mike Gianellis. Let's see. Or is this just going to be a planning meeting for McGuire? Whole infield's coming in. Go ahead, run 90 feet away. It's taken a while. Home plate umpire trying to break up the meeting. And it's finally over. So a big moment here, first and third, bottom of the fourth, tie ball game with Michael McGuire due up. And McGuire is 0 for 2 with a ground out to third and a fly ball to right. Gianellis delivers. Runner goes from first. The pitch is a ball throw down to second, and it's a stolen base for Parra. And now 2 runners in scoring position. For Parra, that's his 8th stolen base in 9 attempts this year. Down low, 2-0. That ties him with Bobby Barrett for the team lead. And Barrett's done that in 4 fewer games. And this is smoked into center field. In comes Ferguson. He won't make the catch. It's down in front of him. He bobbles it. 1 run is home. Here comes another. The throw to the plate is safe. Goolsby thought he got the tag on. The home plate umpire said he was around him. It's a 2-run single, and advancing on the throw is McGuire. Goolsby not happy. And the Alibrandis take a 4-2 lead, and that's going to be it for Mike Gianellis. That throw was a missile from Ferguson, and it was on target, but the home plate umpire did not agree that Goolsby got the tag. And that'll do it for Gianellis.
Oh my God!
So we have a pitching change coming to you from center field at Lexington High School in Lexington, Mass. Alibrandis 4, Blue Sox 2. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. New pitcher for the Blue Sox is Drew Leanhoutz. And Leanhoutz making his 4th appearance of the season, 2-1 with a 4.20 ERA. In 10 innings, he's allowed 18 hits, 7 runs, 6 of which are earned, walked 1, struck out 11, and surrendered 2 home runs. Not the dominant Drew Leanhoutz we're used to this year, but he's got to put one together here to help the Blue Sox stay in this one. Teddy Zuba will be the first man to greet him, and he's going to square to bunt. Ball gets away from Goolsby, but he recovers, and no advance by McGuire. It's ball 1. The line on Mike Gianellis with the runner at second, McGuire pending. 3 innings, 8 hits, 2 walks, 4 runs, 3 of which are earned, 3 strikeouts. That's low, ball 2. Leanhoutz last pitched on June 18th. Got the win against Andre. 4 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs, 2 of which are earned, walked 1, struck out just 1, surrendered 2 home runs. That's at the knees to get Drew back in the count at 2-1. Going back to the 3rd inning on the play that allowed Light Body to reach, there was an error on the center fielder Ferguson and an error on the shortstop Curley on that play. 3-1. Of course, the Blue Sox paid for those 2 errors with an unearned run. As this is lifted in the left field and down for a base hit. Being held at third is McGuire, but it's 4 straight hits to begin the inning for the Alibrandis. Still nobody out. Runners at first and third. Here's David Lightbody, who's drawn 2 walks and scored a run. More action in the Blue Sox bullpen. Looks like Alcis Herrera. And that misses down and in for ball 1. Blue Sox will have some work to do if they want to keep their winning streak alive here. They're down 2. Here in the bottom of the 4th, still nobody out. Swing and a miss. Drew's first game action in almost a month. One and one. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. With a runner at third, you're already down 2. You'll take the run for 2 outs if you're the Blue Sox. Blue Sox will have the middle third of the order due up next half inning. Down and in, 2-2. Four runs and 9 hits in the ball game for the Alibrandis. Leanhouse comes set, and the pitch is outside, 3-2, and from 1-2 to a full count here for David Lightbody as he tries to work his 3rd walk of the ball game. Don't think Drew's going to get yanked if he allows a walk here, but the rope will be certainly tight as this is smoked into left field. Back goes Del Carmen. It is gone, a home run for David Lightbody. That certainly wasn't a walk. Lightbody with his 3rd home run of the year. Who says it's a young man's game? RBIs number 10, 11, and 12. And still nobody out in the inning. The Blue Sox getting shelled. First 5 batters, first 5 batters, all of them have scored this inning, as that's ball 1 to Matt Henriksen. Leanhouse with the full windup and the pitch, and that's high, ball 2. And the Blue Sox have not recorded an out this inning. Check swing, they'll appeal, he went. And the Blue Sox finally get a little bit of confidence there. Lightbody has hit all 3 home runs the Alibrandis have hit this year, as is popped up, fouling out of play. 2-2. Lightbody's home run now makes it a 4-way tie for 2nd in the ICL home run department. It's tied with Johnny Welch and Levi Ventura of the Chiefs and Dave Center of the Americans, as that's low, 3-2. And they're all chasing another Chief, Ben Waldrop, with 4. Chiefs treading water at 500 right now, but no shortage of offense. There's a walk issued to Henriksen. And more action in the Blue Sox bullpen. Looks like Drew Brzezowski has started throwing. So the first 6 batters of the inning have reached. 5 runs are home. And that'll bring up Mark Odessa, who swings and misses for strike 1. So Leanhouse allows his 3rd home run of the year. Throw over to first. And back safely is Henriksen. So Henriksen's been aboard all 3 times with a hit, an error, and a walk. Lightbody's been aboard. Henriksen runs, and the pitch is fouled off to make it 0-2. Three Alibrandis with multiple hits in the ball game. This is lined down the right field line and foul. Remains 0-2. Of course, Lightbody only 1 hit, but that's a home run. He's drawn 2 walks. Don't think this is what... I mean, this is just emblematic of the whole Intercity League season. Like, this really is anybody's league this year. Breaking ball just misses high, 1-2. Like, if the Alibrandis, a team who are below 500 coming into tonight, can hang on, they'll have won their 4th straight game, and 2 of them coming against the Blue Sox and the Chiefs. The pitch is a ball, and Goolsby can't get the ball out of his hand to throw to second, and that'll be a stolen base for Henriksen. Fouled off. Two and two the count. And on Sunday, the Alibrandis had the Watertown Reds, so they're going right through the 3 usual favorite teams in the ICL. Beating Andre 8-6 last night, up 7-2 here on the Blue Sox. And they've got Watertown at Victory Field on Sunday night. So this is not a team to take lightly. As that misses inside, ball 4. Back-to-back walks issued by Drew Leanhouse. And here comes Rick DeAngelis. And Leanhouse will have allowed all 4 batters he faces to reach base. And if he's, assuming he's pulled here, and maybe not, gonna stay in. Both Herrera and Brzezowski were warming. And Leanhouse is gonna stay in there. So here's Anthony Perry looking to go 3 for 3. 2 singles and an RBI to his credit. Perry, the 8th man to bat in the inning with still nobody out. 5 runs home here in the bottom of the 4th. As the Alibrandis have taken a 7-2 lead. Thinking about bunting, and that's taken for strike 1. Five runs, 5 hits, and 2 walks in the inning for the Alibrandis. This is grounded out of the reach of Leanhouse. It'll be fielded by Curley. He'll step on second, and that's all he'll get. As a hard slide by Odessa breaks up the double play opportunity. Play goes 6 unassisted. And there's finally an out in the inning. So now 1st and 3rd for Chuck Erickson, who struck out swinging in the 2nd and popped up to short in the 3rd, and he takes ball 1 here. On the outside corner, strike one. So I mentioned right now the Alibrandis are 7th in the ICL. If the season were to end today, they wouldn't qualify for the playoffs. But with this win, they would jump into 5th if they hold on. Swing and a miss, 2-2. They've had some statement games, that's for sure. Swing and a miss, strike three. 2 down. And the Alibrandis have batted around as the man who started this rally, Jamil Moquette, comes to bat here in the bottom of the 4th with 2 down. He led off with a double and came around to score on McGuire's base hit. And that catches the inside corner, strike one. Moquette not happy with the call. I don't blame him. This is ground to the right side, fielded, and bobbled by Silvestro, and everybody's safe. So that'll be an infield single for Moquette. And it is 8-2 as Moquette picks up the RBI. That'll be ball one to Juan Parra. Singled, stole a base, and scored earlier this inning. He's 1 for 3. That's in the dirt, 2-0. Seven unanswered runs scored by the Alibrandis after the Blue Sox took a 2-1 lead going into the bottom of the 3rd. That's in there for strike one to make it 2-1. 11 batters in the inning. 6 have scored. That's upstairs. 3-1. You know, we talk about, the Blue Sox proficiency at having big innings, but even the Blue Sox haven't had an inning this big this year.
The last time we gave up 6 runs in an inning was June 18th of last year against Chiefs.
Full count. Last time the Blue Sox allowed 6 runs in an inning, June 19th of last year against the Chiefs. Payoff pitch coming up. Runners will be off with the pitch, and it'll have to wait as Parra calls time. Blue Sox not used to getting kicked around like this at home, let alone at all. So that's fouled off again. Herrera and Brzezowski still warming in the bullpen. But with almost a month between appearances, you figure Leanhouse needs to get his pitches in somehow. Breaking ball in there for strike three called, and that mercifully ends the inning. 11 men come to the plate, 6 score on 6 hits. 2 left. After 4 complete, it is the Alibrandis 8 and the Blue Sox 2. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Well, whatever happens tonight, the Blue Sox will still be in first place at the end of the action tonight, as Watertown is idle. The other games tonight, Wakefield at Melrose and Somerville versus Reading at Endicott. Richie Burgos to lead things off here in the top of the fifth. As he takes strike one, Richie is 1 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Burgos, Graham, and Russo due up. As that is at the knees for strike two. Blue Sox shell-shocked to say the least in the bottom half of the fourth inning. I say home, but this is officially a road game for the Blue Sox, as that misses outside 1-2, but still at their home ballpark, and not used to this. That's for sure. And this is grounded down the third base line, a foul ball. Blue Sox, they weren't leading this game. It could certainly be much closer. They left 7 men tonight. 2 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors, 7 left. Alibrandis, 8 runs, 11 hits, no errors, and 8 left. As Burgos smokes this one into center field. Back goes McGuire, and that is off the base of the fence. Burgos is on his way to second, and he will get there standing with a leadoff double. Well, it's a start. First extra base hit of the night for the Blue Sox. That'll bring up Dan Graham. As Burgos picks up his first non-home run extra base hit. Ross did that the other night. Now Richie has joined the doubles club. Here's Grammer, and he takes strike one. Graham is 0 for 1 with a walk. Sox, if they want to claw back into this game, they got off to the right start as Burgos has now reached all 3 times. A block by Zuba, and it's 1-2. Burgos 2 for 2, and he has another multi-hit game. That'll get his average back above 500. He's now 17 for 33 on the year. Graham takes low, 2-1. Big hit in this ball game was the 3-run home run by the veteran player-manager David Lightbody. Again, if you go on the Inner City League website, you can see a great piece about him by Matt Noonan. 3-1. Alibrandis, one of the last 8 Yawkey League titles, came to the Intercity League, felt like, oh, maybe it'll be some automatic competition for the likes of Watertown and Lexington and Andre, but 6-7-1 coming in tonight, but certainly playing like an 8-time league champion tonight with this 8-2 lead on the Blue Sox. Down and in, ball 4, and the first 2 have reached for the Blue Sox here in the top of the 5th. So Graham has drawn 2 walks. And here's Russo's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. No shortage of base runners, certainly, for the Blue Sox. Just haven't been able to convert. They left the bases loaded in the 3rd and left 2 on in the 1st. They've had a base runner in every inning. Had multiple base runners in the 1st, the 2nd, and now the 3rd, and now the 5th. That's outside for ball 1. Russo with a good-sized gap to right center. And he drops this one down the first base line, fouled, even the count at 1. Brian Tanguy has pitched out of some tough jams, left the bases loaded in the third after the Blue Sox scored 2 runs to take a 2-1 lead. Here he is in the fifth with allowing a double and a walk to begin the inning. This is into center field. Back goes McGuire, and he will make the catch. Tagging from second is Burgos, and he will get to third. So that'll put a run 90 feet away from the Blue Sox for the Blue Sox, as Russo is retired for the first time tonight. And now that brings up Andrew Salima, who is 0 for 1, reached on fielder's choice in the second, and got hit by a pitch that brought home a run in the third. Low, and it gets away from Zuba. He trips and stumbles, but no advance by either runner, and it's ball 1. Hit by pitch isn't going to do it here for the Blue Sox, though. Certainly don't want to hit a ground ball to run the risk of a inning-ending double play. Salima really needs a base hit here. The pitch, taken for ball 2. Six-run, bottom of the fourth for the Alibrandis is the difference here, as the Alibrandis look to win their 4th straight and end Lexington's 5-game winning streak. 3-0 to Salima. Graham at first, Burgos at third. The pitch on the outside corner, 3-1. And now Salima will go to work. The 3-1, Graham bluffs off of first, and we have an official broadcast as that goes on to Worthen Road. Took us until an hour and 39 minutes into the game in the top of the 5th. This is into right center field. This has a chance. Going back is McGuire, and it's down for 1 run at least. Graham's being waved around third. The throw is cut off. No, it's not cut off. It comes to the plate, and it winds up short of the plate. A 2-run double for Andrew Salima, and the Blue Sox looking to claw back into it as it is now 8-4. So Connor Green will pinch hit here for Manny Del Carmen. Is it? It's Connor's number. As so. Well, it's not Connor Green. It's a new guy. We'll figure out who it is in a second. As take strike 1. Pitches into left field and down for a base hit. Salima will be held at third as the ball was bobbled in the outfield by Moquette. That might have given Salima a window to run, but it wasn't clear there as Dominic Zaire picks up the base hit. Dominic Zaire getting his first at-bat as a Blue Sox, gets a base hit, and it looks like we're going to have a pitching change here for the Alibrandis. Pitching change coming to you from center field at Lexington High School in Lexington, Mass. Alibrandis 8, Blue Sox 4. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow the Blue Sox on the web at LexingtonBlueSox.com, Facebook.com/LexingtonBlueSox, and on Twitter and Instagram at BlueSox_ICL. New pitcher for the Alibrandis is Lamar Ray, making his 4th appearance. 1-0 with 1 save and a .58 ERA in 12 innings. He's allowed 9 hits, 1 earned run, 4 walks, and 20 strikeouts. Last pitched 2 nights ago against Malden. 2 strikeouts and 2 hits allowed in 1 inning of work for a save. Pitched a 9-inning complete game against Melrose on July 6th. Got the win in that one. 15 strikeouts. 3 walks, 6 hits, and 1 run allowed. So we've got Salima at third, Zaire at first, and Nate Wolf pinch hitting for Gray Goolsby. Wolf, 235 with 2 RBIs this season. And he fouls this one off for strike 1. Blue Sox angry after that 6-run outburst. Coming back with 2 here in the 5th and looking for more. 2 doubles, a walk, and a single here in the inning. Ray, former Watertown Red. And the pitch into left field, and that will be caught by the left fielder, Moquette. Here comes the throw to the plate. It gets away from the catcher, Zuba, and Salima held at third because the throw got in quickly, but it was offline. But Zaire advances to second. So in a crazy sequence, they're now 2 down. And 2 runners in scoring position for Ross Curley. Ross is 3 for 3 with 3 singles. A 4th hit could make it a 2-run game. That's low for ball 1. Four runs, 9 hits, 2 errors, and 7 men left thus far for the Blue Sox. That was a strike, 1-1, and Ross, to his trademark hop away from the plate, knowing he should have swung at that one. That's low, 2-1. He's been doing it as long as I've been covering him.
So since high school then?
I actually never covered any of his high school baseball games. I just covered his basketball games when I was in high school. Inside, 3-1. Morgan Brown is in the on-deck circle right now for the Blue Sox. The 3-1 to Ross. Chopped right back to the pitcher, Ray. He'll run over to first, underhand it, and it could have been a lot worse for the Alibrandis, but they maintain a 4-run edge after 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. So, after 4.5, it is the Alibrandis 8 and the Blue Sox 4. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of this or any past LSP video broadcast or one of the several different designs of bumper stickers. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store or the LSP Facebook page after the game to place your order. And remember, all orders within the continental United States come with free shipping. Bunch of changes for the Blue Sox. Dominic Zare, after pinch hitting for May Del Carmen, stays in the game and plays left field. Derlin Tejeda takes over in the number 9 slot as the catcher. Morgan Brown, who is about to pinch hit for Silvestro before the ground out, is now in the game at second base. And the new pitcher is Alcis Herrera. Herrera making his second appearance of the season. Went 1 1/3 innings on June 24th against Andre, allowed no hits, no runs, no walks, and recorded 2 strikeouts. So it's Zare, Ferguson, and Salima left to right in the outfield. Russo, Curley, Brown, and Burgos in the infield, third to first, and Tejeda catching Herrera. Here's the first pitch, and it's outside for ball 1 to Michael McGuire. McGuire is 1 for 3 with a single and 2 RBIs and a run scored. One and one. Alcis delivers on the outside corner, and it's 1 and 2. Gianellis went the first 3, allowed 8 hits, 2 walks, 5 runs, 4 of which were earned, and struck out 3. Drew Lienhouse had a tough 1 inning of work. Allowed 3 runs on 2 hits, 2 walks, with 1 strikeout. As that's in there for strike 3. Correction. 3 hits, 3 runs, and 2 strikeouts and 2 walks. McGuire goes down on strikes. And that'll bring up Teddy Zuba, the catcher, who's 2 for 3 with 2 runs. Whoa, fastball forces Zuba to hit the deck. Ball 1, that is a major league fastball there. Four runs, 9 hits, 2 errors, 9 left for the Blue Sox. 8 runs, 11 hits, no errors, and 8 left for the Alibrandis, as that's on the outside corner to even the count at 1. Zuba and then David Lightbody, who has been a nuisance tonight for Blue Sox pitching. And then if either of them get on, Matt Henriksen. Outside corner, 1 and 2. Two teams have combined to strand 17 base runners. The 1-2. Missed the inside corner, 2-2. Alibrandis took a 1-0 lead in the first inning after the first two retired in the bottom of the fifth. Down and away, full count. 2 singles and a walk brought home the first run for the Alibrandis. And the Blue Sox took the lead in the top of the third, but left the bases loaded after scoring 2 runs. Alibrandis evened it in the bottom of the third, and then 6 runs in the bottom of the fourth for the Alibrandis. Has popped up a mile high. Derlin coming over. Basket catch attempt not successful. So it remains 3-2. Blue Sox came back with 2 in the top half of this inning. They stranded 2 more runners. Blue Sox have had a base runner in every inning, so have the Alibrandis. Brandis trying to win their 4th straight and end the Blue Sox 5-game winning streak. This is ground to the right side, and that'll be through for a base hit, the 3rd of the game for the catcher Zuba. So here's David Lightbody. 2 walks, 2 runs scored, and a 3-run homer tonight. Right now, the first home run he drove in on that home run stands as the difference. Sets up and away for ball 1. This year. 1-1 as yeah. I know he's pitched everywhere. So who's he going to be an all-star for? Who did he pitch for in the Park League? Boston Padres, you said? Boston Athletics. So who's he going to be an all-star representative for? Or is he going to be like a swingman or something? 2-1. I was just talking about how Lamar Ray has pitched in all 4 leagues this year that are being represented in the Eastern Mass All-Star Classic. As that misses outside, 3-1. He's pitched for, obviously, the Alibrandis, the Boston Athletics of the Park League, the Braintree White Sox of the Cranberry League, and the Charlestown Townies of the Yawkey League. Some people just love baseball. Inside ball 4, and back-to-back base runners with 1 out for the Alibrandis as Lightbody picks up his 3rd walk of the night. Here's another man who's reached base all 3 times tonight, Matt Henriksen. Single, an error, and a walk, and a run scored. Mrs. Wojcik, I hope you're ironing. Just let me know if you are. Strike 1, 0-1. In there for strike 2, and Alcis is ahead of Henriksen, 0-2.
I didn't know we were playing in East Boston tonight. It's next to Logan.
Oh, I didn't know you were referring to Airplane coming over as that swung on and missed, strike 3. Yeah. I mean, we are pretty close to Hanscom anyways, but that's pretty low flying here. Yeah, I don't usually think of the planes flying that low around here coming to or from Hanscom. Yeah. So Henriksen is retired. Second strikeout for Alsace, and here's Mark Odessa. And Odessa chops this one. Good leaping effort by Herrera to take it and underhand to first for the out that retires the side. And after 5 complete, it is still the Alibrandis 8 and the Blue Sox 4. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. LSP's next broadcast is Saturday at 10:55 a.m. It's a triple header of the Eastern Mass Amateur Baseball All-Star Classic. The Park League, Yawkey League, Cranberry League, and of course Intercity League will be battling it out to see who is the best amateur baseball league in Eastern Mass. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live. Or on the LSP YouTube channel, then buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store, or stream it on demand at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand. Did the whole promo out of order there. Top of the 6th, Morgan Brown to lead things off after coming in defensively in the bottom of the 5th. Brown with his first at-bat. He was going to pinch hit if he got his turn the top of the 5th, but he fouls this one off for strike 1. Brown batting .429 with 1 double and 2 RBIs. In their first strike 2, 0-2. Brown hits this one into center field, but camping under it is McGuire, and he makes the catch for out number 1. They'll bring up Taylor Ferguson. He's made a trip around the outfield tonight, flown out to left, flown out to right, and flown out to center. Trip around the outfield for Ferguson, 0 for 3 with 3 flyouts, and he gets jackknifed for ball 1. Hits this one to the left side, fielded by the shortstop Odessa, and a strong throw gets Ferg for out number 2. Let's see what Richie Burgos can do. Led off the top of the 5th with a double and came around to score. He's 2 for 2 with a single, a double, and a walk. Lamar Ray, if he pitches the rest of the way, would be in line for a save. As Burgos fouls this one off. Goes off the light tower and bangs back into the first base bleachers for strike 1. Because he came in with the tying run in the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss by Richie, and it's 0-2. Brian Tanguy went the first 4 1/3. Allowed 9 hits, 4 runs, all of which were earned. Walked 3. And struck out 3. This is hit to Odessa. Nice spear on the backhand. On to first, low throw, but recovering is Erickson for the out that retires the side. After 5 1/2, still Alibrandis 8, Blue Sox 4. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. New pitcher for the Blue Sox is the veteran, the Brick House, Drew Brzezowski. Brzezowski making his second appearance of the season. No decisions. His last appearance came on June 25th against Somerville. Went 1 inning, allowed 2 hits, 1 run, no walks, and a strikeout. Brzezowski, in his career between the Blue Sox, Cassell Club, and the Somerville Senators of the MSBL, is 27-10-1 with 1 save and a career 1.95 ERA. Struck out 213 batters in 251 1/3 innings. Set a career high in wins in 2011 with 5. And there's a stretch in which he pitched the clinching game of the championship series in 3 consecutive odd-numbered years. As that's in for strike 1 to Anthony Perry. Perry is 2 for 3 with 2 singles and an RBI. Foul tipped into the mitt of Tejeda, and it's 0-2. Blue Sox have sent out Gianellis, Lienhoutz, Herrera, and now Brzezowski. For the Alibrandis, it's just been Tanguy and Ray. No further action in the Somerville, should say the Alibrandis bullpen. They are no longer the Somerville Alibrandis. They're just the Alibrandi Baseball Club. 1-2 the count. No action in the bullpen, which indicates to me that there is someone warming down the right field line. I don't blame him. It's not that bright in the visitors' bullpen. Burgos camps under this pop-up and makes the catch for out number 1. You see that every now and then here at Lexington High. And, of course, in the visitors' bullpen, there's only 1 mound compared to 2 for the home bullpen. Brzezowski delivers to Chuck Erickson, strike 1. Erickson is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Blue Sox will need to match their season-high runs in an inning if they want to take the lead in the top of the 7th. And they did that against the Reds for a walk-off victory, but 4 of those runs came on 1 swing of the bat to actually win the game. They'd have to string things together here. 1-2. And they will have the 5, 6, and 7 hitters, Graham, Russo, and Salima due up. This is fouled off. And into Hayden Woods. Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't take a chunk out of one of the cars on the far side of the street. Yeah, exactly. Narrow miss. 1-2. Down low, 2-2. So Alcis Herrera goes 1 inning, allows 1 hit, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. The pitch. That is inside. That's ball 3, is it? Isn't it? I have ball 3. Where did that hit him? Okay. So it must have hit him. Yeah. So, all right. No. All right. So, Jamil Moquette, who's had a game, 3 for 3 with a double. And a run scored. He's ahead 2-0. Erickson off of first after reaching for the first time tonight with a walk. Swing and a miss by Moquette. 2-1. Moquette's been on base all 3 times with 3 hits. Light Bodies had 3 walks at a home run. Hendrickson's been on board 3 times with a single hit, and a single walk, and an error. That's in there to make it 2-2. Perry has reached base 3 times with 2 singles and a fielder's choice. As this is popped up down the right field line, Burgos, that is a foul ball. Every batter in the Alibrandis lineup has reached base at least once tonight after Erickson just drew his walk. For the Blue Sox, Ferguson is the only starter to. He's got a. Ferguson's 0 for 4, as that's at the knees, 4-strike, 3 called. Moquette is retired for the first time, and that'll make it 2 down. And the lineup turns over for Juan Parra. So Ferguson 0 for 4, and Goolsby finished his night 0 for 2, and then Wolf was 0 for 1 in his lone pinch hit appearance. Del Carmen was 0 for 2, and then Zaire got a hit in his pinch hit appearance. Low for ball 1. The top of the 7th, the Blue Sox, like I say, are going to need to string some hits together. They've got Graham, Russo, and Salima due up. Down and in, 2-0. Parra's 1 for 4 with a single and a run scored. Swing and a miss. And Drew's back in the count at 2-1. Usually when the home team in this ballpark is up 8-4, it's a good night, but not so tonight, as this is officially a home game for the Alibrandis. These teams will have one more meeting after this season, and the date is yet to be determined, as it was a rainout from a game earlier this year that was supposed to be played at Ferrolo. Ross Curley makes the catch in shallow left, and that does it for the bottom of the 6th. And we go to the top of the 7th. Blue Sox need 4 to tie, 5 to take the lead. It is the Alibrandis 8 and the Blue Sox 4. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Lamar Ray looking for the 8-out save. He's retired all 5 batters he's faced. And he will deal with Dan Graham, Thomas Russo, and Andrew Salima as the Blue Sox look to try and complete another 7th-inning comeback. They did so against the Watertown Reds. 5 runs, that was in the bottom of the 7th to walk off. Had a walk-off win against the Alibrandis, but that was when it was 2-2 going into the bottom of the 7th. This a much steeper climb. Graham shows bunt, and he takes strike 1, 0-1. Graham is 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a run scored. That misses inside, 1-1. Ray, as we said, a man who loves baseball, plays in all 4 Eastern Mass All-Star Classic leagues. Takes down away, 2-1. I mean, this is a man who pitched a 9-inning complete game just over a week ago, and now he's trying to get an 8-out save. Yup, 9 innings against Melrose. Actually, that wasn't even a week ago. That was 6 days ago. And 2 nights ago, he pitched 2 innings for a save. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Ray picks up his first strikeout. Blue Sox down to their final 2. Here's Tommy Two Bags. Technically, he has 2 bags tonight, but those were 2 singles. Also has an RBI to his credit. Six up, 6 down for Ray. And the pitch popped foul. 0-1. Popped up foul again. Blue Sox in danger of having their 5-game winning streak snapped. Alibrandis, they hold on here, will have won 4 straight and pulled into 5th in the ICL standings and be at 500 in terms of winning percentage, as that is swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts for Ray, and the Blue Sox are down to their final out, and it's in the person of Andrew Salima. He's 1 for 2, reached base all 3 times on a fielder's choice in the 2nd, hit by pitch, which drove in a run in the 3rd, and a 2-run double in the 5th. 3 RBIs on the night for Salima. He's driven in 3 of the Blue Sox 4 runs, but he comes up empty there for strike 1. Ray delivers, swing and a miss with a high fastball, and the Blue Sox down to their final out. Final strike, I should say. Final strike, final out for the Blue Sox. Looked like they were going to mount a comeback in the top of the 5th, but Ray snuffed that out, looking for 8 of 8. He does! He strikes out the side in the top of the 7th, and that will do it in a game that took 2 hours and 17 minutes. The winning pitcher is Brian Tangai, and Tangai improves to 1-1. The losing pitcher getting his first decision of the season, and it's not a good one. Mike Gianellis, he's 0-1. The save goes to Lamar Ray. The final totals for the Blue Sox, who who fall to 11-5, 22 points, still first in the ICL. 4 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors, and 9 left. And for the Alibrandis, who improved to 7-2, 16 points, 5th in the ICL. 8 runs, 12 hits, no errors, and 11 men left. Our players of the game are David Lightbody, 3 walks, 2 runs, and a 3-run homer on the ledger tonight. Also, shout out to Jamil Moquette, 3 for 4 with a double and a run scored. And Lamar Ray, a perfect 8-out save. Did not allow a base runner after coming in the bottom of the 5th with 2 on and the tying run in the on-deck circle. So, this wild and wacky season in the Intercity League where nothing is guaranteed, and it is clearly anyone's ball game, anyone's league this year, continues with the Blue Sox dropping their 5-game winning streak to the Alibrandis, who have now won 4 in a row. So with that said, this has been a presentation of the Lexington Blue Sox in association with Local Sports Productions, serving Greater Boston student-athletes since 2011. Copyright 2018, unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of the Lexington Blue Sox or Local Sports Productions is strictly prohibited. LSP's next broadcast is Saturday at 10:55 a.m. We'll have the entire Eastern Mass Amateur Baseball All-Star Classic live from Monan Park at UMass Boston. All 3 games starting at 10:55 a.m. Watch the games live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the games the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of any of the games at the LSP store. And be sure to follow LSP on the web, localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon, LSP37, Snapchat, LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Once again, the final score from center field at Lexington High School in Lexington, Mass. It is the Alibrandis 8 and the Blue Sox 4. My name is Sam Feely, reminding you freelance isn't free. Thanks for tuning in.